Hii bila shaka itakuwa mambo yako ya kupoa kabisa, na karibu sana tena kwa mara nyingine tukikuletea update kuhusiana na kuelekea mechi ya kombe la shirikisho hatua ya robo finali barani Afrika baina ya mnyama Simba ambaye atashuka dimbani uwanja wa Benjamin Mkapa siku ya Jumapili Aprili 17 kuwakabili Orlando Pirates kutokea nchini Afrika ya Kusini. Orlando Pirates wamecheza mechi ya mwisho ya PSL ligi kuu nchini Afrika ya Kusini dhidi ya Baroka FC na kutoka suluhu tasa bila kufungana 0-0. Na katika mechi hiyo kuna tukio ambalo lilitokea la kumuhusisha mlinzi wao wa kushoto ambaye alipata majeraha, anaitwa Paseka Mako, na baada ya hapo inaonekana concentration nzima ya mechi ilipotea. Na tumsikilize hapa kocha mkuu wa kikosi hicho cha Orlando Pirates bwana Fadlu Rahman David maarufu Fadlu, akituambia tukipiga naye story kuhusiana na hilo. Anafunguka kuhusiana pia na hicho ambacho kimejitokeza kwenye mechi hiyo na kuelekea sasa mchezo dhidi ya mnyama Simba. Vipi inaweza ikawaathiri kwa namna moja ama nyingine, kwa sababu inaonekana wachezaji wameathirika hivi kisaikolojia, kama ambavyo ilitokea wakati timu ya taifa ya Sweden wanakutana na tatizo ambalo lilipata Christian Eriksen kwenye michuano ya Euro.
Yeah, praise and thoughts are with him. You know, was an incident you don't want to see in football. Our players decided. There was 10-11 minutes left, but they decided they were not in the right frame of mind to continue. Emotionally, to see your teammate the way he was, they were not in the frame of mind to then say, let's take this 11 minutes and fight for the win. No, it was understandable. You know, life comes first, football second. Yeah, Richard took it quite hard. You know, of course, in the first step we have the clash. You know, you responsible, but in actual fact he's not responsible. He's going for the ball. I watched the replay now again. Both of them looking at the ball. His knee hits him in the face, and yeah, it's a knockout situation. He's got a wound on his knee that also made him realize how serious it was for him to have a wound the way he did. It must have knocked him really hard. You know, the less said about that, the better. But, you know, nobody in the ambulance. You have to find where the drivers are. I don't know if they're watching the game or they have to be on call. They have to be ready. There's an emergency. Credit to our medical team. Not even 10 seconds they were on the field seeing to Mako. But, yeah, the reaction from the medical team, the ambulance, not good enough. Definitely not good enough for PSL standards. Yeah, he was stable. That's the good thing. He was unconscious in the first step, but then he was breathing, he was conscious, but not fully conscious, trying to move, trying to get up, but he was breathing, he was stable on his way to the hospital. No update as yet, but we'll follow up as soon as we leave here. Yeah, that is solidarity from our players, and then taking the decision not to continue playing. Really credit to both teams for how they stood and stood in unison. No, there's no Baraka, there's no Pirates in that moment. It's just all football players uniting and coming together. You have to put the result aside and emotional. We have to address the players and get them mentally ready for the big fight that's coming now in Simba. It's going to be a big job for us to lift them. Their teammate is down. Emotionally, they are not okay. It's just for us to lift them up. You know, life comes before football. And when you see one of your teammates the way they did, you saw it it was the Euros with Eriksen. In that moment, there's a similar incident where, you know, you're not thinking about football in that moment, and credit to the players. We have to lift them because there's a big game against Simba coming up, and we need to get ready to perform in that match.
Lakini pia nimemuuliza kocha Fadlu kuhusiana na itakuwa mechi ya namna gani dhidi ya mnyama Simba wakiwa wameruhusiwa kuingia mashabiki 60,000 kwenye uwanja wa Benjamin Mkapa. Anasemaje kuhusiana na hilo? Anafunguka hapa live kupitia Kiganjani TV.
It's a tough match. Our analysts have already gone through their key players, their structure, the way they play. We know they've allowed now 60,000 fans in, and it will be 60,000, not us allowing 15,000 and we're only getting 2,000. It will be 60,000 full at that stadium. So we have to be emotionally ready. Number one, we have to pick the players up. We have to get them focused on what's lying ahead. We will miss Paseka, I'm sure. I'm sure he'll be out for the game. But they have to do it for him. They have to go there and be brave and put up a face, roll up their sleeves and get ready for the fight in the first leg. Not our best performance tonight. We have to be clear. Not enough movements in behind the defense line, not enough chances created. We're normally a team that creates so many chances. On the one hand, you're disappointed with the performance. I'm not sure if they won. I was already on the Simba match, but also you have to give credit to Baraka. They're a team definitely fighting. Every point for them counts, and credit to them for their structure, how they held out, how they defended with all their lives. There was no space to get behind. A disappointing performance, but I'm happy with the players and how they reacted to the situation, and we have to use that now and do it for Mako on Sunday.
Kila mmoja anafahamu kwamba kumekuwepo na utamaduni wa timu ambazo zina upinzani, ama unaweza kusema kwa Tanzania Simba, Yanga ni kama rivals wao hivi, ama namna ilivyo kwa Orlando Pirates na Kaizer Chiefs, vile ambavyo ilitokea wakati wanakutana na miamba mingine. Na hapa pia nimepata nafasi ya kumuuliza kocha wa Orlando Pirates Fadlu Davids aweze kutuambia kwamba kumekuwa na ripoti kama vile wananchi Yanga wako tayari hivi kuwa support Orlando Pirates, na hata msemaji wao Haji Manara aliandika wazi kwamba yeye atashabikia Orlando Pirates. Vipi wao kama Orlando Pirates wako tayari kukubaliana ama kuweza kukubali kusapotiwa na Yanga? Kocha mkuu hapa Fadlu anasema hawahitaji, na kwa sababu wanaamini wao wana department ama wana idara bora ambayo inahusu masuala ya kuandaa logistics na mipango yote kuhusu safari, watafikia hoteli gani na nini. Kwa hiyo wanasema hawahitaji swala hilo kwa sababu wanaamini watalihendo katika level kubwa ya kiprofessional. Tumsikie hapa Fadlu akipiga.
I'm not sure our delegation is experienced in this department, going before and organizing what is required. So don't really want to comment on Yanga, Ahli, Kaizer Chiefs. This is unnecessary to get into that. Our delegation, we have a fantastic logistics department to go there to make sure the hotel, the training field, whatever is required in Tanzania. So we leave it to that, and I'm sure we'll handle it in a professional manner. No, it's always important. It's a cup we're going for. It's a cup we're really putting our sights on and trying to win. And still, we're still fighting for the second place. We have to win all our remaining games now. We could draw one, and that's the game tonight that we drew. We have to put it aside and push for 3 points in the remaining games. That's as simple as it is. But the Confed Cup becomes so important. Why? Because it's the next match, and the next match is an important. We have to learn the lessons what we had in Raja Casablanca last year, coming to this stage, not being naive, playing the match in a clear, structured manner, and I'm sure with our experience we gained there, we should be able to get a positive result, and it will only be half time, and then we come back and face them at Orlando Stadium.
Bana, hiyo ni story ambayo tumekusogezea kutokea moja kwa moja Soweto, Johannesburg, kwa Madiba, Afrika ya Kusini. Yes, hii ni Kiganjani TV. Usisahau kusubscribe kwa sababu unaendelea kuwa karibu na sisi na tunakuletea zote kubwa zile za kimi